The brainstem is responsible for taking messages to and from the peripheral nervous system. To remember this, think of the brainstem as a flower stem that takes water and nutrients to the plant or the flower. The thalamus is responsible for sending the right messages to the right part of the brain. It involves senses like sight, touch, hearing, and taste, but not smell. You can remember the thalamus by thinking of two people in the word thalamus, Hal and Amos. They're like traffic guards that direct the flow of traffic to the right part of the brain. The hypothalamus regulates the body's temperature, hunger, sex drive, and thirst. To remember this, think of the mnemonic hypothalamus. Hypo is kind of like a injection or like a syringe that carries a liquid. So imagine a pack of llamas after a long trip and they're thirsty, so you give them water through a hypo. The reticular formation is responsible for alertness and incoming signals. Think of the mnemonic tickle, which is found inside the word reticular. Once you get tickled, you instantly become alert. The medulla oblongata. It controls involuntary actions of the heart and lungs. So, to think of this, remember the mnemonic metals. When you have a metal, it lays over your heart, and the medulla oblongata controls the heart and that area of the lungs. The pons is responsible for sleep and arousal. To remember this, think of the mnemonic pons, a serene place which will make you sleepy if you stay there for a while. The cerebellum controls balance and controls coordinated movements. To remember this, think of the mnemonic bells. Imagine a bell and you're trying to balance it on your head. The hippocampus is responsible for memory. To remember this, think of two words, hippo and compass. A hippo uses a compass to find its way home if it's lost. It's trying to remember where home is. It's using its memory. The amygdala controls the fear response within the brain. To remember this, think of the mnemonic a wig-dala. A scary wig full of dollars relating to the fear response it creates. The pituitary gland controls the secretion of hormones throughout the glands in the rest of the body. To remember this, think of the word maturity, which rhymes with pituitary. Maturity happens when you hit puberty, and when you hit puberty, you release a bunch of hormones. The corpus callosum connects both hemispheres, left and right, of the brain towards each other so they can connect with each other. To remember this, remember the word call instead of callosum. It calls the right side of the brain to the left side of the brain. The cerebral cortex is the top 1/4 of the cerebrum. It is involved with high thinking skills. And to remember this, remember the word complex, like cortex, or E = mc².